Today is an anniversary. An anniversary, good tidings today. It is in the anniversary of the Maxing arc. Anybody who doesn't know what the Maxing arc was, essentially it was just my journey of fashion improvement, of physical improvement, and social improvement. Truly a overall transformation. Also trying to learn how to drive, but that has gotten a bit sticky. So this arc is 1 year old as of today. I'm going to be going through some of my progress photos. I'm going to show you some of my attire that I have upgraded to. The things that I've done. Oh, my bad. The things that I've done to be able to get to the point that I am at right now. 4 more years. Yes. So I set on to do this because I thought it would be fun. I thought it would help potentially other people if they wanted to do something similar. They wanted to make some serious changes in their life, whether it be fitness or trying to like learn how to drive, do stuff like that. And so I could kind of go through the process of doing these things, especially with like social improvement, because there's a lot of people who need that. Were you working out before the start of the Maxing arc? No. The Maxing arc was kicked off by me going to the gym. Let's begin with this, okay? Because gym is going to be the easiest one to see. Okay, so as of 1 year ago, I have a couple of images. As of 1 year ago, I looked a little bit different. Honestly, I was kind of surprised how different I looked. Oh. This was me as of 1 year ago, okay? This is how I looked. A lot of armpit hair. I fucking hate armpit hair. I had to cut that shit. All right, little rotund around the midsection, but good shoulder width to waist ratio. I had very broad shoulders even back then. Okay, this was me, August 15th, 2022. 2022. Okay, exactly 1 year ago today. This was me. All right. Now, I've changed pretty radically since then. I'm just going to pull up my Instagram because I kind of don't want to just take off my shirt and do it that way. So, Instagram.com/Ahrelevant. Follow me on Instagram. All right. And this is more or less me right now. Kind of can't really zoom it in as much as I would like, but this is me more or less now. Okay? A lot more cut, okay? A lot more cut right now than back here, okay? So I'm actually the same weight right now as I am in this picture. I'm the same weight. Do you bench press? Unfortunately, not really as much anymore. It pinches my shoulder too much. So I'm the same weight as I was in this photo. I got a lot leaner, and I got more muscle. So I'm happy about it. I think I made good progress on that. There's a lot of people that talk, I don't know. It upset me more and more diving into like this Red Bull and whatever nonsense and seeing so many people talk about how they go to the gym. And I'm not saying you have to make as rapid progress as I did, because I'm going to be honest, I think most of my progress was due to the fact that I had prior workout experience and prior training. I doubt that most people whose first time working out are going to have a 1 year that's this explosive. I had roughly 2 years of training when I was 16 years old, and that does affect your gains later in life. How quickly you retain them. Also, another thing is most of my gains were made in the first 6 to 7 months because there is you gain muscle really fast at the start of exercise, and then you start tapering off. Also, I wasn't bulking and cutting on proper cycles. I was just like main gaining at one point. So yeah, this is me pretty good stuff. Okay, pretty good changes. I don't really have as many. I don't really have many pictures of like my style or anything like that, but I have made in what I would say pretty significant improvements when it comes to fashion. Okay, I started buying specific clothes that were tailor fit to what I wanted, to the way that I wanted people to perceive me. Kind of dress for the job you want, not the one you have, kind of a thing. It's not like I necessarily wanted to be cool. I wanted people to think of me in a specific way, in a professional manner. And so I went obviously with like a dark academia turtleneck, you know, business / business casual look. And I guess I'll just don some of the attire quick fast. Give me a second. All right, and because I'm on Kick and because this is a YouTube video, I could do what I want. I could literally, well, not be butt ass naked, but yeah. Diet, did you quit junk food? Nope, didn't quit junk food. That's something else I should know. When it came to working out, I did not quit junk food. Here's one of the things, okay? Misconceptions. There's people that think that you need to eat like healthy fats or something to lose, like, so bullshit. Absolute bullshit. I eat like trash. I still do. Here's the thing. You just got to hit your macros. That's it. Micros matter too, but for the most part, you're going to get those if you just like fucking eat anything. But your macros matter, okay? That's your carbs, your fats, your proteins, your calories, right? I think that's it. But yes, that's what you need to hit. Carbs, easy to hit. You get like one slice of bread and it's fucking huge carbs. Protein, hardest to hit. Costs a lot of money if you're a thin man like me and you got a boost. Costs a lot of money to be able to eat the protein necessary to be able to get yourself to where you want to be. Calories, again, pretty easy. I'm not going to lie to you boys, the secret is peanut butter. Just fucking eat peanut butter. That's it. If you're worried about doing shit, peanut butter. And if you can't eat enough peanut butter, put peanut butter and milk inside of a goddamn blender thing, mix it up, drink that shit. That's it, okay? Most people are going to be able to hit their macros as long as they buy proper food because most people are overweight. I was not. I was underweight. I had trouble eating enough, right? I had trouble to be able to put food in my mouth, okay? So a lot of people don't have that problem. A lot of the people who want to go to the gym and shit like that, they're overweight. So there's that. So that's primarily a tip for people who have difficulty eating, yep. And eat peanut butter, just high protein, like normal protein peanut butter, like fucking Jif. Just about, you know what I'm saying? That shit straight out the thing. Don't be, disgusting and buy crunchy peanut butter. Crunchy peanut butter is based. Actually, don't buy crunchy peanut butter for blending it. That shit is awful. That shit just, ugh, yuck. Buy creamy if you're going to blend it. All right. And you should live and die by the 2 Ks of working out. That's Kroger and Kirkland. Those are your friends. Kroger and Kirkland are going to be your 2 friends. All right, they're going to do right by you when you buy food. Kroger and Kirkland. All right, be right. Give me 1 sec. 1 second. I'm going to get dressed in my attire, okay? Because working out is all good and all great and shit, but nobody really cares unless your shirt is off. Because like nobody can you tell that I work out? Not really. You can just tell that I'm not overweight. And even still, like I could be overweight. Like I could have a lot of, you know what I'm saying? You can't even tell. You can't even tell. Give me a sec. All right. I had a classic combo. For what I wear, a classic combo. Hold on. Maybe we'll just turn this on. A classic combo for what I wear. I had it. Okay? Some dress pants, turtleneck, a belt, and my shirt. That's what I had, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and put those on. Because I'm on Kick, I can be in my underwear. And that shit is base. This is what I did. I was like, okay, I need to find something that makes people treat me a specific way. That makes people look at me in a specific way that is conducive to the outcomes I want. Right? And also, because that's the main thing, right? You want something like that, but is also sustainable for yourself. And that's going to be a difficult balance, right? Because you don't want to start wearing and doing and looking a way that you don't want to look just for other people. So it has to be sustainable from your end as well. So this was like Mark 1. Just a turtleneck. This was like Mark 1. I also got the belt, so that way I could have my waistline get shown off a little bit. The fact that I'm a thin boy. And it also just looks nice to have something inside of the belt loops. Looks better to me. To have something inside of the belt loops in case things get, out of pocket. I'm in the coat. Now I can't wear this shit in Arizona because it's 1,000,000 fucking degrees. It's literally, it's like 9 p.m. and it's like 109 degrees here. I ain't wearing even the turtleneck, let alone the goddamn coat. I ain't wearing this shit. Outside, not like that. No sir. And if I got my hair right or something, which it's not right, my hair is not right, it's not looking good. If I got my hair right, fuck me, sheesh, sheesh. Alright, it just looks bad. But I walk out like this, I look like this, and people know what it is. They know what it is, okay? I had a watch, it would have been perfect. You get the watch with the whole ensemble. And it looks fine. It looks good. It looks like I'm a business-minded man. That's what I was looking for, okay? That's what I was looking for. That's all I wanted. How many compliments I got in that outfit? Oh boy, I couldn't tell you. I literally got more compliments in that outfit than I had received outside of it in my entire life. In my entire life. This isn't to say that that's the only outfit that would work. It's just that when you pick an aesthetic and you stick to it, people are going to respect it. You know? You got to find one that works for you. And that one worked for me. And it worked for what I wanted, which is perhaps the most important. Hold on. Okay. So we got at least a part of the fashion. We got a part. We got the physical, the fitness. What about the social? That's nearly impossible for me to be able to show you. It's ethereal. It's tangible. If I speak, not even in this medium, because in this medium, I actually think my conversational skills have plummeted. I think I was better at being able to communicate ideas and talk to people about them, like on like panels and shit. I think I was better at that in the past than I am now. But I did get better at talking to normal people. How did I do this? A lot of fucking time. It was probably one of the hardest things that I've ever done. I'm not going to lie to you. If you're somebody who wants to improve your social skills because you want to improve your dating outcomes, you want to improve your ability to make friends and stuff, it's going to be extremely difficult, especially if you're a late bloomer. The longer you wait, the harder it will be. I can't stress that enough. The longer you wait, the harder it'll be. If I did this shit when I was 19, easy. Easy. But I'm not. I'm 26. I'm fucking 26. And I was doing this shit. Too much. A lot of effort. Okay. So, my issue was I didn't like doing anything outside. Fucking anything. Not a damn thing I liked doing outside. I didn't enjoy it. Thought it was just trash. Couldn't compare it to video games. Still doesn't. Probably won't for you either if you have a similar problem. You like staying inside, reading, doing whatever fucking shit, playing video games. It's probably not going to hit the same way. However, you have alternatives, okay? What you can do is do what I did, which is get a group of friends, get a group of people you like going out with or you hanging out with or whatever to make the time a little bit more bearable. Go outside, interact with them in a public setting, and also see how they interact with other people. And then start feeling your way around the ways that you can. Because unfortunately, with social skills, it's not a playbook. You can't have a blueprint for how to do it, because it's about how you, what you feel comfortable saying in specific moments, and not necessarily what might be like optimal to say in those moments, because what might be optimal, you're not going to have the proper delivery because you're not really feeling it. But this, that might be a little bit less optimal. You're going to kind of fuck with it, and like you're going to have good delivery, and it's going to be a whole thing. It's very intricate. So the advice from me, go out and do something that you have a higher likelihood of enjoying. Just get out there. One of the things that I started with was the gym. I started with the gym. Okay. So the gym was really good because I had a couple of friends that were going to the gym. I wanted to work out anyway. It was a double whammy. So I could get out of the house, I could talk to them, interact with them, see how they interact with other gym people, and myself interact with other gym people, because gym people are easy to talk to. I'll put the caveat, as long as you're talking to the same gender for the most part. If you're a woman and you talk to guys, it should be all right. But if you're a guy who talks to women, that shit can be a pretty big minefield. But for the most part, like if you're just talking to like other people in general, it should be fine. If you're wondering what the fuck you should say to another person, this is independent of gender and anything like that in the dynamics. Always a great thing to say to break the ice to somebody inside of the gym. Hey, I don't really know if I'm doing this right. Can you help me out with this? Classic. If there's somebody who's going to the gym, there is a fair chance that they take some measure of pride in understanding how to do workouts. Now, are they actually going to know how to do workouts? Probably not. I think most people in the gym don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're doing some weird whatever shit. They don't know what the fuck they're doing, but it's a good way to break the ice. Okay? Just find somebody, just be like, hey, they're doing an exercise. I don't really know how to do this. I wanted to do something like this. I got, let's say it's a forearm exercise. I got some small ass forearms, or I want to get them bigger. Can you help me out? Something like that. Easy. Because two responses. Either, no, I don't really have time. I'm running late for something or whatever. I got to do something. Easy. Or more likely, they're just going to be like, fuck yeah, hell yeah, I'll help you. Easiest shit in the world. Easy charisma. Easy XP. And you farm them. You farm everybody in the gym. That's how you do it. You farm everybody in the gym. Dude, women look at me like I sexually harass them if I just ask to use a weight in front of them. Lol. I'm telling you, just walking up and just asking, hey, I've done this a couple times with women, probably like on the Smith machines. I go to Planet Fitness, and before you judge me for going to Planet Fitness, I look good as hell, and Planet Fitness brought me there. So anyway, you can get on like the Smiths. You get on the fucking Smiths machines or something. You see some chick doing like fucking hip thrusts or something. I've done this twice with hip thrusts, and not specifically for farming XP, literally because I wanted to try hip thrusts, genuinely. And I was like, hey, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Can you help me with this? And they were like, hell yeah. They did. And if they didn't want to, they would just say no. It's a low risk, high return. Easy. Bro, that sounds like something you would say to rizz up a dude. It can be, if that's something you're looking for. But I think for the most part, if you just say, hey, I need some help, my technique is trash, I want to do this kind of exercise, most people are just going to be like, assume that you just want help with your technique and not read too much into it. But anyway, that's been my journey with that. Then after socializing primarily in the gym, I upgraded. All right, I upgraded to bars. Not exactly my kind of clientele, not my kind of folk that I typically would like to fuck with, given that I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do any of that. I'm a good boy. I don't do any of that shit. I went to the bar because that's a very common place for people my age to be able to gather. And I can easily try to see how they interact with each other. Right? Kind of a little bit of people watching, but also, step in where I have to. I'm gonna cut to the chase on that one. That sucked. A lot of L's there. Very low XP returns. I mean, it's cool being around people my age, but nah, the XP was bad. And so I was kind of stuck doing that because that's the primary thing in my mind where people my age would socialize frequently. So I ended up going to the bar a fair bit. After I had been to the bars like fucking an obscene amount, I must have been, in the past year, I must have gone to like the bar fucking 60 or so times. Maybe that doesn't sound like much, but that was a fucking lot. I went to the bar a lot. That's more than once a weekend. And that was the case for a while. After doing that, I realized that the XP wasn't great. And so I started upgrading in a different way to having dates. Okay? Because dates are like, it's like ultra nightmare mode for social skills. Okay? Because you have to make a good first impression. Not only that, but you also have to like walk a weird line, play with subtle cues and shit like that. Nightmare for autistic people. I'm not autistic diagnosed or anything like that, but I might as well be, practically. It's a little bit of a joke, and I mean a little bit of a joke, okay? This shit is just awful. It's just absolutely terrible. I fucking hate dating. I think most people hate dating, but Jesus Christ, I fucking hate dating. So many times, I'm just like, this is what, like, they're feeling, this is what I think that they're feeling, and they're just fucking not, okay? I don't know what the fuck to say to half these people, but that's the challenge, right? I have somebody in front of me, and I'm just sitting there like, because I have no idea what the fuck, I don't even, like, I barely know your name, you know what I'm saying? So it's the ultra nightmare. Hence the couch arc, hence all of that, all the learning that we did there and shit like that. And that brings us more or less to where I am today. I'm somewhat proud to say that at the start of the maxing arc, I was faux incel status, but at the end of the maxing arc it's not the end, but it's the anniversary, I would say I'm normie status. I think I'm decent for my age. I think for a 26-year-old man, I think I have decent social skills, which is good. That's where I want to be, because before I would have said that I had, but when I started, I think I had the social skills of like an 18-year-old. So in a year, I think I advanced pretty dramatically. My anxiety has reduced. I've kind of accumulated a little bit of experience that has reduced my anxiety a fair deal, but also my just straight up my knowledge of like things that I can and should say in certain social situations has gotten better. Deliberate choices for like mannerisms have gotten a lot better. For instance, I think it was like 6 or 7 months ago, I made a very deliberate effort to learn how to make eye contact. That was actually really easy. I think it's really easy to learn to be comfortable with looking somebody in the eyes. Maybe that's hard for other people. What's difficult is to know when to do it and for how long. It's really easy for me to just do that. That's really easy. It's just, yeah, again, it's hard for me to know when to do it. So still haven't gotten that down yet, but I don't think a crazy amount of people my age have. All right. And one of the last things for the maxing arc, I'm not sure, I didn't talk about this very much recently. I'm not sure how many people were even aware that this was the case, but one of the like catalyst for the maxing arc was the unfortunate situation for my mother. She has gotten very ill. She has dementia, and we had to make a plan for how her care is going to look into the future. hence the turtlenecks and all of these things kind of gearing me towards a professional look with the goal of landing a job or opportunities in some kind of professional or high earning field. That was the whole point, was like, I need to be able to look like somebody who is respectable, act like somebody who's respectable, be able to look people in the eye, shake hands, do whatever to be able to hopefully get my mother into a position where she can live comfortably. So in regards to that, things have been going okay. So originally, we were thinking that originally we were thinking that me and my brother, we would stay with our mother and we'd take care of her for a couple years. That didn't end up happening. It was not sustainable for me to live with my mother over a prolonged period of time because of her condition. It got very bad. It got to the point where she was doing things that would make it not only me and my brother's life very difficult to be able to help her. So like, for instance, we would do the laundry and then she would like lay the laundry out on like the dirty floor or outside and stuff like that. So we would have to do the laundry again. Often, almost every time we did the laundry, we'd have to do it like 2 or 3 times. Same thing with the dishes. We'd have to do it 2 or 3 times and things like this. It got to the point where it just like really wasn't sustainable for us to take care of her as well as ourselves. So we had to move her to care a little bit faster than expected. Now that was rather spendy. Roughly, we were expecting between $5,000 to $6,000 a month. When she found a place originally, thanks to my cousin, who we'll get to in a second, once we found care for her there, it was roughly like $6,000 a month. But we found another facility that has weirdly better care for a considerably cheaper price. I think it was maybe just some prestige shit. So roughly $4,600 a month is what me and my brother are looking at to pay for our mother's care well and into the future. And a fortunate but also unfortunate situation for me and my brother is dementia doesn't reduce most people's lifespan. And my mother is 50 years old. So in order to accommodate this, her living standards for the rest of her life, we will probably have to pay somewhere in the range of like $2 million to be able to keep her afloat. So not great, but we live very, very solitary lives. Like we don't live, or sorry, not solitary. We live cheaply. We don't have very many expenses, so it's not really that big of a deal. We pretty much, me and my brother both, as long as we get like median wage jobs, we'll be fine. For the most part. And so that's the idea. That's the plot right now. Cousin helped us out a lot. They did a lot for us. Placido, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. However, an issue is my cousin is now sick. She is very sick. She is very ill. She has several different medical issues that came up while she was trying to help my mother with her care. So there's that, and then this just sounds weird, whatever. But also, my aunt was diagnosed, this was like 9 months ago, with cancer. And she's going through her last round, or at least what she says is her last attempt at chemo, and then she won't make another attempt again. So on the family front, very much a mixed bag. Me and my brother have a trajectory in which we can help our mother and possibly our cousin. But obviously, you know, medical conditions, my family are getting worse. So the catalyst for the maxing arc is not going great, but, you know, on my end, I'm doing everything that I can. So that's where we're at, okay? That is where we are at 1 year as of August 15th, 2022. So I'm hopeful for things going into the future. I think my brother's very hopeful. Coding for him is going really well because my brother and I, our idea was primary number one thing for both of us for a career outside of me streaming is programming because we like doing it. It's fun. It's engaging. We have a lot of people who are already doing it. We have connections who are doing it. So coding seems good, programming. Then, if that doesn't work out, we will probably do something like, honestly, we'll probably just become cops. I'm not going to lie to you. Pay is decent if you work significant overtime. For instance, I have a cop friend who he works a lot of overtime or whatever, but he's making like $100,000 a year. That'd be fine by me based on what he talks about, where his job was. We've done several ride-alongs so that way I can get a perspective as to what his job exactly looks like. I have several people in my family who've already been in law enforcement, so I imagine it'd be a lot easier. I am melanated, so I imagine it'd be easier for me to be able to get a job in law enforcement and shit like that. Granted, all of that is, as Cloverfield is kind of addressing, under the idea that I would stop streaming. Whether or not I stop streaming will be predicated on, by the end of this year, what future predictions look like. Because by the end of the year, I need to commit to either spending another year with Darius and making content with him, moving in with him, and making content with him, or not. So by the end of the year, I need to have a good trajectory for streaming and feel confident about the future. Otherwise, I may have to quit streaming and just resort to programming or becoming a police officer. But I like the trajectory for streaming. I think it's good. I think it shows promise and shit like that. So I'm satisfied where I am and with a possible future. I'm not leaning towards quitting streaming anytime soon. I also have some pretty big stuff coming up this weekend. I would say one of the most exciting debates I've ever had in my career coming up this weekend. I'm not sure if I can say any more about it, but it's extremely exciting and it's an extremely big opportunity. We'll see if I waste it or not. We'll see if I choke. But it is what it is. So that is the conclusion of the programming. If anybody has any questions, I'll answer them quick, fast, and then I'm going to unironically hop off and play Baldur's Gate. If you went to the programming route, do you think you will continue streaming? It's possible, but programming... if I do programming, I'm going to focus really hard on it. If I'm going to program, I'm going to put my heart and soul into it. I don't know if I'm going to have time or not. I'm probably going to have at least some time or something like that. I don't know. So maybe. Ever heard of Western Governors University? FASHA and scholarships can help towards coding or IT? Never heard of that shit in my life. Can you have a day job and stream on the side with Darius? Probably. I probably could. Like, let's say this. In the event that, streaming is like rocky at the end of the year and I do decide to continue streaming and I go and live with Darius, if things start like falling through, that's probably what's going to happen. I'm probably going to be streaming with Darius. If by the end of the year things are looking good, I'm probably going to be streaming with Darius for the full year. Even if that means I have to get a day job and start streaming less. Probably. That's almost certainly going to happen. But, like long term, I'm not sure about it. No. Ever thought about the military? I actually have. When I was 18, I was going to go into the military. I was very convinced about the military. It's still a possibility. The military actually has great opportunities. I very much don't want to go into a combat role, but the majority of the military is not combat anyway, so not really something I have to worry about. Can you at least make YouTube videos tracking your life improvements? Because I'm finding it highly motivating. I wanted to do that over the past year, and I said I was going to do that over the past year, but I'm a lazy bastard, so it just, it's gotten hard. Alan OP, thank you for subscription. First time sub. Thank you. so much. Subbing on Kick also helps me a lot more. If you quit streaming, doing little 10-minute vlogs or something for your fans would be nice to see your journey/story. Yeah, I could do like updates or something on my YouTube channel. That's possible. Have you thought about asking your streamer contacts for a job? Like Destiny would help you out for sure. I've thought about it, and when I am ready to like enter the job field and I'm confident in my capabilities, that would be the only time where I would like exercise my contacts or anybody that might do that. I'm not going to do it like when I'm unsure of my capabilities and stuff, because if somebody references me to a job, I want to make sure that I'm fucking great at it. So that way there's no like second guessing that you know, they're recommending shitty people. How do you feel about everything overall? Mixed emotions for me, just as a viewer, to be honest. How do I feel about everything? Physical fitness, I feel great. I think it went really well. Fashion, I think it's gone pretty well. I need a little bit more clothes, but that's super fixable. So out of 10, maybe a 7. I'm pretty happy with some of the results that I've had. Social skills, out of 10, 10 being like I turned into a Giga Chat overnight and shit like that. I feel like I'm at a 5, you know, for that. Again, I'm, you know, decent, but also I made progress. I would say for a fair bit of the year, I was a little bit more optimistic than I should have about the progress that I could make. I thought within a year I could have possibly been somebody who was like good at social interactions for my age, but that didn't really turn out to be the case. I also thought I would have been really good at like, or not really good, but good at like Riz as well at the start of the year, but it just turned out to not be the case. I didn't really understand myself well enough. Are you still demonetized on YouTube? I am not. I'm just lazy. What do you know so far for programming? Actually, a fair bit. I've forgot some of it because it was a while that I did it, but like I had put a lot. Me and my brother put 4 hours every day into coding, every single day for 3 months. So it was pretty extensive how much time we put into doing it. How many 90 days times 4 hours is what, 360 hours roughly into coding. So pretty good. Which part are you feeling not as confident about in regards to what? Social situations or some of the avenues? The thing I'm feeling the least confident about, honestly, is probably the amount of work that I'm going to have to do to be able to sustain my mother's lifestyle. Or her care, I should say, not her lifestyle, like she's like buying boats or something. That's something that I'm really worried about because I fear me and my brother are going to have to work like 10 to 12 hours a day for the next 20 to 30 years. And beyond that, like I'm worried about the idea of us not being able to like afford some of the things we would want, right? Like I imagine there's not very many women that find it the idea appealing of like having our anniversary at McDonald's because I'm spending all of my money keeping my mother alive. So yeah, shit is you know, it's just, you know, what a hierarchy of what I want and what I'm looking for. And I think my mother's care is pretty high up on the hierarchy right now. Have you asked Destiny about dealing with your mother? He has a similar situation like this too. No, I haven't. I know he has a similar situation. I think his mom literally has Alzheimer's as well. So, which is weird coincidence, but he, I imagine that she either has family that takes care of her, or like she's in some kind of like care. There's not really much you can like do unless you want to live with them and take care of them yourself, which was originally the plan, but then kind of fell through. What kind of stuff have you coded? What languages? C#, C++, CSS, and Java. Damn, I'm muted. Not anymore. Rip, didn't it take One Punch 1 year? Where you at, little bro? Is it actually 1 year for One Punch Man? Does the possibility of quitting streaming make you sad, or is it just a necessary outcome not to get torn up over? Yeah, it is pretty sad. The idea that it just would, like a whole arc of my life would have come and gone, and like that's the end of it. Yeah, I'm sad. Yeah, I would say it's pretty sad, but like it would be on a good reason, right? So I've thought about like not streaming before, quitting streaming before, or whatever, and it's always so lame to me. The idea like, oh, I'm gonna stop streaming. Why? Just cause it's like not going where I want it to. It's lame in my mind. But now I have like a fairly legitimate reason where if I were to quit streaming, I'm not gonna be like, oh, but like, oh, I quit for such a bullshit reason. No, I would have quit for a legitimate reason. I thought it took Saitama 3 years. Well, I got 2 more. I'm 1/3 of the way there. Okay, I'm 1/3 of the way there, baby. We're gonna stay trucking. Okay. That's it for this stream. Sorry if it was short. It was primarily, I was debating not even doing it and just making a Twitter post and shit like that. But follow me on Twitter because I will be posting some of the progress pics and stuff like that. And not only that, but also updates about my life and future content. So I'm going to post some photos that I had that I didn't show today, showing my progress and throughout time. Like, for instance, hold on, this photo, I believe, which was taken, I think 5 months into my journey. This one, a 4-month gym progress thing. I was 190 pounds in this photo, right? I'm 167 roughly right now, right? And that's how much I weighed is 167 as well. So I honestly, I don't know where the weight goes. Like, this is like 23 roughly pounds that I put on, and I don't know where it went. I really don't. Because I'm not like huge or much larger or anything like that in this. But this was a 4-month time scale in comparison to whatever. So like this photo, I want to have the starting photos, then the 4-month, then like probably, it's my grandma. She's 90. Like these, like, I don't know. This was probably only a couple months ago. 9 months. This is me 9 months in, right? All the way up till now. So, yeah. That's what I want to do. I want to have it cataloged. So, will you do a year 2? Probably. If I continue streaming, I'll do a year 2. For all of the things listed, I'll do a year 2. August 15th. That's when this shit all kicked off. So, yeah. All right. You guys have a good rest of your day. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you for some of the subs that came through. Oh, shit. This was an hour long. I wanted this to be 20 minutes. Fuck. All right. Bye.